Welcome back to From Gideon to Jesus Daily, Life Beyond the Pulpit with Pastor Nick. Today I want to share a personal reflection on how this message about small gifts making a big impact has recently shaped my thinking. Don't forget to check out the full sermon on YouTube and join our growing community online. You know, after sharing the story of Ezra and his piggy bank, I couldn't stop thinking about his trust in me. He had total faith that his small savings would be enough because he believed I would handle the rest. You know, and it hit me how much this mirrors our relationship with God. There are these moments in life where I feel like I don't have enough, whether it's enough time, energy, or even finances. But what I've learned from Ezra's example in the story of the boy with the loaves and the fish is that God isn't asking us for a huge amount. He's asking us to trust Him with whatever we have, believing He can take care of the rest. One of the biggest lessons I've learned reflecting on this is that what feels like not enough in our hands can become more than enough in God's hands. I often feel like my efforts in ministry and being a dad, a husband, or even just daily life aren't enough. But this message reminded me that God doesn't ask us to be perfect or have everything figured out. He just asks us to bring our best to Him, our time, our resources, and our trust, and He will multiply it. It's a comforting reminder that God works through our limitations. John 6:10-11 said, "Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks to God, and distributed them to the people." Jesus took the little that He was given and turned it into an abundant blessing. That's what He does with our lives too. I've also been reflecting on how small steps of faith can lead to big change. Sometimes it's easy to overlook small things we do for God, whether it's giving financially, serving, or just spending time in prayer. But this sermon has reminded me that God honors those small acts of obedience and faith. It's easy to feel like our little contributions don't matter, but Luke 16:10 reminds us that the faithfulness in the small things is what leads to larger blessings. In my own life, I've seen how trusting God, even with the smallest areas, whether it's my time, my finances, or my dreams, has led to greater things than I could ever imagine. So here's my challenge for you today, and it's something I'm working on myself. Trust God with whatever you have, no matter how small it feels. Whether it's your time, your talents, or even your finances, God can take what you give and do something incredible with it. Just like the boy with the loaves and the fish, we may not see the impact right away, but God's always working behind the scenes. Thank you for listening to this reflection on Bring It, trusting God with what you have. If this encouraged you, I'd love for you to join the conversation online. You can also check out the full sermon on YouTube. Let's keep trusting God with our small steps of faith, and may God bless you today.